Hello everyone and welcome! I myself, Insightspeep, have partook in a couple of official Roblox Egg Hunts in the past, and looking back at them to this day, it's truly a hit in the gut with nostalgia. For those who are sadly unaware of this faded tradition, or wanting a fresh insight to this scope, Roblox Egg Hunts are official seasonal events where players across the platform play throughout the Easter season collecting virtual eggs. Some of these eggs can turn into exclusive hats to wear for your avatar. They remain kept in your inventory forever, which supplements a great time for accessory collectors within the platform. No matter how long you've been collecting eggs, if you were to witness at least one of these beloved events, you have truly witnessed a cheerful time on Roblox. Throughout the timeline of this tradition, not every single egg hunt has been executed the exact same, even though they obviously follow through the same format of finding eggs within a Roblox game. Some egg hunts were simply poorly executed, some had major bug flaws within its launch, some had terrible egg designs that didn't even resemble an egg, and only a handful of them have remarkably become a fun experience out of the rest. In the end, if there is an egg hunt, the community is hyped and satisfied. Unfortunately, these past couple of years as we know it, we haven't received an official tradition like this by Roblox, and this sudden halt has greatly caused an uproar within the community of all sorts. Why did Roblox repart this beloved tradition by us? What was replaced by it? Could we see something like this again in the foreseeable future? Before we dive into those topics, to broaden our understanding and as a refresher, we will briefly explore the timeline of official Roblox events starting all the way back in the year of 2008. Yeah, it is pretty crazy that a Roblox Egg Hunt took place this early and what it was like back then. In March of 2008, the Roblox staff team published a new interactive Roblox event called the Extravaganza, also known as Egg Hunt 2008 of course. The duration of this event was really short. How it worked is that for 1 hour starting at 11 AM Pacific Standard Time, lasting for 1 whole hour, within the first 2 days of this event, players had to figure out how to take advantage of the egg dropping system within Roblox games by creating egg funnels, which would allow players to quickly collect all the eggs. On the final day of this event, March 23rd, it lasted for 4 hours after the same starting time. It was definitely a quirky way of collecting eggs during this era, but no one at the time knew how egg hunts would later be formatted in the coming years. If you are heavily curious as to which eggs have been awarded for these egg hunts and I'll be mentioning, feel free to check out the Roblox wiki link in the description. The second egg hunt wouldn't have come around until the year 2010, just 1 day after April Fools. How funny. Eggs rained down from the sky across every Roblox game during certain scheduled amounts of time during the event. Players could simply touch an egg to collect or complete a certain task. Builders Club members were given the egg basket, which allowed them to collect as many eggs as they wanted. Without the egg basket, players were restricted to collecting only 3 eggs. This limitation was increased to 6 for the July egg drop. Now, what July drop you might ask? This egg hunt actually paused on the second day of its duration simply because Roblox's servers at the time were being overloaded by the amount of players trying to collect eggs. Wow, even back in the day, Roblox had server issues. They just seemed to never learn. Anyways, the event would later resume on July 21st, 2010 and ended 5 days later. For the compensation of this wait, players were given the Golden Egg Beater's next accessory by Roblox's behalf. Kinda frustrating how not only players back then had to wait for the event to resume, but also the fact that free-to-play players could only obtain 3 eggs unless they were a member of Roblox's former subscription service, Builders Club, which today is now known as Premium. The third egg hunt would come around in 2012, starting on April 6th and ending on April 17th. This specific egg hunt had an official game by Roblox specifically made for the eggs to spawn in. When these eggs are found and collected, the eggs would go into your inventory as accessories, and you would also receive a badge for each one. Truly a simple yet amazing concept for Roblox Egg Hunt. It was so great that Roblox broke a record during its time by accumulating 9,354 concurrent players, more than any Roblox game before this date. Then Egg Hunt 2013 came around, following the same format as its predecessor, except with a few eggs hiding in undisclosed Roblox games. For old school Roblox players, this is considered to be one of the best egg hunts of all time. In 2014, it again followed the beloved simple format, making it another success for Roblox, except the part where at launch it created several in-game bug issues. This was also the first egg hunt to have a said theme. For this one, it had the good and bad. When 2015 came around, the egg hunt was unexpected of how Roblox cooked it this year. This event was held within developer games, not within a singular official hub one, which, yeah, turns out the players really hated this concept. The rest of the remaining format followed the same. Just play the highlighted Roblox games and find the eggs. Usually people refer to this specific year as the Dev Hunt. Luckily in 2016, there was a central hub again to collect eggs in, and players were encouraged to solve riddles, complete quests, and find various eggs for their inventory. Some of the eggs have their own unique mechanics. For example, these 3 nesting eggs couldn't be obtained all at once. You had to choose one of the 3. This next egg hunt I sadly missed out even though I was for sure starting to play more Roblox at that time. I was still a mobile player at the time and didn't really know what I was doing. Egg Hunt 2017, The Lost Eggs. This was also a profound egg hunt that received a massive amount of positive feedback from the players. With its own story theme and same egg collecting format, did you know this hunt was actually sponsored by a McDonald's Happy Meal promo? But there was no affiliated sponsor accessory that came with this partnership. Kinda weird. Woohoo baby, the one and only Egg Hunt 2018, my personal favorite alongside thousands of others. My personal favorite. It had a fantastic storyline with beautifully detailed maps, interactive and fun quests, many eggs to collect, and when we found out that another Roblox event, Ready Player One, was making a collab with this egg hunt, everything became so much better. The lore, the secrets, the accessories. When the RPL's hype came to this egg hunt, it drove the player base into excitement. I remember vividly completing this egg hunt 3 times on my main and alt accounts. It was that fun. But here comes the 2019 and 2020 egg hunts, which they simply became a massive, repetitive dev hunt mess that I personally don't want to dive into furthermore. As well as them being the most recent and final Roblox egg hunts for this tradition, and so here we are, the present. Which begs the question, why did Roblox stop producing these official egg hunt events? Were the criticisms from both previous egg hunts during its time caused so much backlash towards Roblox that the staff team felt like they just don't have that innovative charm to produce future ones and didn't want to anger the player base furthermore? I mean, this probably was the case during that time within the admins' heads, or did Roblox end the tradition simply because it became too costly to host? Were they out of egg accessory ideas or out of egg puns? Did they stop following Christ? Well, based on my research, there are a couple of reasons. The most notable one being Roblox's corporate team during 2021 was in their metaverse phase, which means Roblox was heavily pushing their players to wear these Arthur avatars and focusing on the monetization dream and ensuring that they include audiences from across the globe, which means not everybody celebrates Easter, so we shouldn't celebrate holidays that aren't celebrated to all as a platform. And really, these are just pathetic excuses. Kinda ironic that if you want Roblox to be a globally recognized game creation platform, why not introduce a few new holidays while keeping the current ones? Think of it as Roblox hosting some sort of multicultural party, inviting everybody from all cultures to gather around and celebrate. But before you step into the doors of its party, Roblox is like, nuh-uh-uh, you gotta get rid of those clothes that resemble your culture or religion, and instead wear suits and basic dresses. Really makes you think how dumb the Roblox staff team can be. Thankfully, slowly but surely, Roblox is moving away from the metaverse phase and to this day is trying their best to resolve internal serious platform issues that I really don't want to bother dive into. And with the recent The events, we can see Roblox slowly going back into their beloved ways. These recent seasonal The events have given Roblox the opportunity to become closer to their player base for the first time in a few years. The Hunt First Edition was the first major spark of Roblox potentially reviving the Egg Hunt tradition. I mean, there was the Metaverse Champions, but honestly, they just gave out one cancelled old egg and had no further lore with it, so we can just quietly disregard that. The Hunt First Edition wasn't an egg hunt sadly, but they did showcase the format older egg hunts had, where we joined several Roblox games to collect badges for accessories, even though not every single badge would give out an accessory. It was an unfavored twist, but it signaled Roblox into the right direction of what we longed for. What was unexpected is that we actually had one sole egg accessory to collect at the very end of the Hunt event. This egg right here required you to collect every single badge at first, then decrease to 95, in which doing so rewards you an exclusive egg accessory for you to wear. Funny how this was in a Faberge egg fashion, which makes sense because usually at the end of Roblox Egg Hunts, the Faberge eggs are one of the last eggs to obtain as a sign that you're an egg hunt completionist. The seasonal events that followed, such as the Classic, the Games, the Hunt, and the Winter Spotlight, made Roblox's staff team as a whole become one step closer to achieving the ultimate event dream. In Egg Hunt terms, there hasn't been any other small news that would signify that Roblox is secretly working on an actual egg hunt to surprise us all. But within these past few months, as of recording, we've been receiving more sparks of hype. Now, I will go into further detail at the end of the video for this segment, so stay tuned. For some egg hunts, players would discover hidden leaks for a few months prior to its starting. As of recording, we are in the midst of the dead of a winter, aka January. This would entice very early excitement for a potential egg hunt or Easter themed event. Sometimes based on the early leaks, we can sort of make out how that egg hunt will turn out. Even though we must take this into consideration that not everything is finalized and the leaks are subject to change or being removed. But let's forget about what we can unravel from this year's leaks, for example, and look into the picture of the best beloved hunt. What do we want, as a player base, to see and do in an official Roblox Egg Hunt event? Don't turn it into a dev hunt. This has been the baseline answer to a perfect hunt for several years. And as amazing as that concept sounds, these days Roblox will never 100% consider that, due to a multitude of reasons. First being that it's too costly for Roblox themselves to host solely on their behalf, and even with the help of notable massive Roblox developers, they would all need to be paid somehow. Secondly, with Roblox's recent The events, a Roblox development group called Twin Atlas is responsible for developing these seasonal events, and every single one of them so far has been a dev hunt. So I doubt that they will suddenly transition to a hub-style egg hunt with no other Roblox games involved, unless they were granted some form of permission to declare the change by the Roblox Presents group, which is a Roblox group that is the ultimate hosting leader for the recent events. But only time will tell. Third, Roblox is heavily encouraging future Roblox events to include various Roblox games, for whatever reasons they'll satisfy them. Probably to please investors and show how big Roblox is growing, I guess. It's unclear if Roblox is fully out of the metaverse phase, but yeah. So now that we know that a hub game based egg hunt can't happen, what else do we want from a Roblox egg hunt? Well, if this is going to turn into a dev hunt, there needs to be a set limit of participating games. Quality is always over quantity. For example, if there are 25 participating Roblox games, and we have 50 eggs to collect, let's have one egg hidden in each game, making it 25, and the other half can be situated in the hub game lobby, which also contains portals linking to participating games. You get what I mean? This would be a perfect egg hunt event formula most of us can at least desire to. Not only there needs to be a set game limit, but my god Roblox, please actually look into the games you're choosing and ensure we get high quality, decent ones instead of boring, repetitive, obnoxiously trash garbage simulators, for example. While also making sure their quests aren't too easy, too hard, too repetitive, or too time consuming. Heck, you could just throw in some notable classics like Natural Disaster Survival, Work at a Pizza Place, Blocks Hunt, and many others just to name a few. You could easily foster hundreds of thousands of interested players into the event, thus more traction and appeal. A fourth idea that could help contribute to making the perfect egg hunt is offering as many prizes as possible. Now, I don't know for sure what the expenses of publishing event accessories are, but if it's a cheap cost, why not? And lastly, make the event last for a long while. The Classic, for example, in my opinion, had a very short window period of hosting. If we could have an egg hunt that lasts for at least 3 weeks, I think that will be highly appreciated by the community, especially those who are unable to play Roblox on a daily basis or have extremely restricted playtimes. We have learned what egg hunts are. We have learned what caused them to stop being annually hosted. We discussed how we could have the potential best Roblox egg hunt of all time. So as of recording in January 2025, will there be an egg hunt this year? Or at least some form of dev hunt including egg hunt prizes? Let's dig into the leaks or hints we currently know. In the Roblox Developer Conference 2024, when David Baszucki, the founder and CEO of Roblox, was asked if they were going to bring back Roblox Egg Hunts, he stated that it has been considered amongst the staff team, but there has been no official declared confirmation of one actually happening. Just a consideration by the CEO, not a cancelled idea. Another spark occurred when Roblox was highlighting the return of the website party feature. Roblox purposely gave away a small hint regarding egg hunts. I'll just play their clip. You saw that? Roblox teased us with a potential Easter event. Funny how later on the phone's keyboard coincidentally hides the 2 suspicious search results. This has to mean Roblox is bringing back the egg hunt tradition, but again, nothing is officially confirmed. Here's another hint for ya. Back when Roblox was announcing the release of the Winter Spotlight event 2024, people were heavily confused with what this tweet really meant. But as the weeks gone by and seeing the pattern flow of Roblox's seasonal events, Roblox could be saying that they're cooking up something massive, and with the next scheduled The event suspecting to be released in February, I doubt Roblox would do that and instead use up these next couple of months to get as much time as they can to really execute this potential Easter event. Now that I said it, this tweet makes much more sense, doesn't it? Why else would they be spending so much time and resources into an Easter event? They know it's been heavily cherished by the Roblox community for so long, and they know it's their one shot of surprising their community, so they must be working hard every minute they have for now. Another hint that was discovered is that one of the developers of Twin Atlas, whom I'm pretty sure you know they are by now, was spotted playing the Roblox Egg Hunt 2018 game. Not just that, but players were unable to join directly to their server at all. Now, this is interesting. We don't know exactly what they could be doing, but the most notable theory is that they could be testing some things out in the game, gathering ideas and inspiration for Twin Atlas's next upcoming event, or something along those lines. Now, this hint that I'm about to discuss is something that has been known on and off again, but if you have played at least one of Roblox's The events, there are multiple instances where eggs or Easter themed models are placed within these events. Not to mention the several appearances of this pig right here, named Gert. For those who don't know, Gert is a notable character in Roblox's Egg Hunt 2018. Now why would Roblox construct these builds and give Gert so many cameos? Is this Roblox's way of telling us there is an egg hunt at the end waiting for us after these dev hunt events pass by? To be honest, these small things could just tell players that these elements are Roblox history and we will never see something like that ever again. Plus, the idea of Roblox telling us that there will be an egg hunt in 2025 based on these small discovered elements from the past couple of events is pretty vague. But hey, if they really mean something in the end, I'm all up to learn more for it. Finally, another last hint that's also kind of vague is that there has been a couple of Roblox staff accounts wearing Easter themed or egg accessories. This could mean that an egg hunt or some sort of Easter theme event will happen this year, but depict it however you will. In the end, there is no final answer as to there being an egg hunt this year or not. We could just be experiencing mass amounts of teasing by Roblox's corporate team, or we could just be overthinking. It's a pretty psychological mess, I will say, but yeah, I think that is all to cover in this video. As we approach closer and closer to the month of April, there will be more leaks and hints for us to unravel. So if you're wondering why I didn't mention something that was discovered in like 2 months after making this video, check the publish date please. Anyways, I hope this video serves you with some form of education and that you enjoy watching it throughout. Now, I have a few questions for you viewers. What is your favorite egg hunt? Do you think there will be a one for the year 2025? And have you discovered new hints or leaks for a potential egg hunt? Let me know all those answers in the comments below, and I'll for sure read over them. April is not that far away with how much time flies nowadays, so we better get ready for something potentially big on the platform. Perhaps the biggest event we will ever get in a very, very long time. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.